Okay.
All right, we're going.
All right now.
Yep.
Cool.
Did you know that the defendants in the racism Turanism trials between 1944 and 1947 were absolved because racism wasn't contrary to the Turkish constitution?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds like the Turks have it figured out.
All right, base Turks. Next topic.
No, what is that?
It's one of the fact of the days from Wikipedia.
No, what is the trial?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
The prosecution accused... Okay, during the racism Turanism trial, the prosecution accused the defendants of spreading racist and Turanist, which is a
I don't
Central
know what
Asian
Turanist.
unity. If you just didn't talk right there, you would have heard me. And Turanist, Central
what's
Asian
Turanism?
unity ideologies, and attempting a coup on the Turkish government. The trials lasted so long and were triggered by nationalist manifestations in support of Nail Atsiz, who was on trial against Sabahatan Ali.
Muhammad Ali?
Yeah.
He's a convicted racist?
He's No, he's not convicted because it's not against the Turkish constitution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see? Now who's an idiot? You.
Yeah, me. Yeah.
Oh, guess what? Guess when it ended on my birthday.
Oh, nice.
Not the year though, of course. Just the day.
Right. Sure. Fuck, man.
Wait, hold on. Is this? Oh my god. The Turks were the ones that put him on trial, and then the guys were like, "Well, guess what? It's not against the Constitution." They were like, "Oh shit."
Oh, the Turks tried to accuse him of being
They were
racist,
like,
and then he was
"Hey,
like,
you guys are being racist." They're
"It
like,
doesn't
"Ah."
exist. Racism isn't real, legally." Nice.
Turks
What a
like,
play.
yeah, gotta hand it to you there.
Well, what did we talk about on the episode that didn't record that we recorded last night?
I do want to apologize for that. That was fucking brutal. That was the whole hour of my life I'm not getting back. It was mostly just talking. It was bitching about
It was a
jobs.
good talk. Yeah.
We got talking about the race. I think we should let that marinate for a little bit. Like I think we should.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna try and
we'll circle back.
like recreate the same conversation.
So I want to apologize to everybody there. You missed a pretty good conversation. We'll circle back around to it.
I'm sure that stuff like that will
later.
come up more.
So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Is me unfucking up.
Yeah. Yeah, I really wish that hadn't happened.
Yeah, honestly.
That's what I wish. I downloaded TikTok.
Yep.
I'm deleting it.
You know, I
It's
thought
awful.
because I knew that as soon as I downloaded it, the only thing I was gonna do was follow like hot girls dancing around.
Yeah.
And I was like, I already have like 9 or 10 different apps that I use for that, so I don't see the point.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh hey, this is everybody.
Tristan, you have TikTok, right?
I do have a TikTok, yeah.
And what do you do?
Are y'all recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, funny. I actually have one TikTok. Mainly I just scroll. And
you
send
made
things to
one.
other people.
Tristan-
But I've made
Tristan
one
came in here
TikTok.
to
I've made
plug.
a TikTok. No, I
Oh.
can't plug because I think my username is like user and then 13 numbers. So,
Don't plug it either. Don't do that.
but I don't know what it is. I couldn't if I wanted to.
Good.
My one TikTok is there. This is so shitty. There was a TikTok. It's like, oh, you're single. Show me why. And then it was just a picture of
And
my.
you just
PC
showed your
setup.
dick.
Yeah, my 2-inch peen. Yeah.
You just showed your penis on TikTok. That's good.
That's stunning and brave.
It got lost in the algorithm because it's so small, but
Your video overall was smaller.
The video file size goes down with proportional to cock size.
It had to render less penis.
Yeah. What did you actually do?
okay. So yeah, there was that. What? Do you not believe me?
No, it's
No,
just
so-
we didn't hear you.
So there was a video, and it was like, oh, you're single. Show me why. And then it was just a picture of, or like a video of my PC setup. That was it.
Oh,
with the RGB.
That's
It's not
really
funny.
that's really fucking dumb. Yeah,
that's
It
pretty
got
bad.
500 likes, so it's
I-
not that dumb.
I don't. I,
you're
yeah,
right.
I
If
don't want to
people
talk
on
out of
TikTok
school.
like it, that's anytime I
No,
want to know if something's dumb, I
I'd
ask
recommend
the people of TikTok.
I recommend TikTok for the same reason I recommend Reddit, is because you can make it whatever you want.
Lots of porn. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
lots of
great
porn. Yeah,
Yeah.
Reddit
Yeah.
has some amazing.
TikTok doesn't
porn.
have porn though, right?
TikTok has porn adjacent.
If you know the right
Alt
subreddits
porn.
to hit up,
If you want to be like teased and do like an inch of your life, go on TikTok.
If you want to have to go look at porn,
Yeah, if you want a
Start with
primer for
TikTok.
porn,
you want to get
Yeah.
ready to rock. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
porn is too much too fast. You know.
honestly, I can crank
Yeah, you
myself out in like a minute and a half with a good
Reason.
video.
Yeah.
Start to
I don't know
finish,
if
like
that's
Using
what
off
I
to
did.
TikTok
done.
as foreplay is probably the loneliest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, here's a
Like
controversial
a
opinion.
self foreplay.
I don't like blowjobs in porn.
That's not that controversial.
That's not controversial.
No,
I don't like
no
anal
one- like
in porn
in general.
in
or at
porn.
all.
I don't like sticking my dick in people's asses.
I think it's overrated.
What about people that are over 18?
Well, that's different,
Yeah.
obviously.
What's your take on that?
No, I think anal is beyond overrated.
We're gonna have somebody.
never-
be like,
I've
"No,
actually
bro,
never
you
done
just,
anal."
You're not doing it right.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm wrong.
I accidentally.
I
did
feel
it.
like it's based on nothing, based on zero experience. I feel like it's one of those things where, like, how you approach it will greatly reflect how much you enjoy it.
There's something
I just
like
feel like
really
there's a much
childish
better
about it.
option. There's a much better option right next door. That's
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah. There's something like really juvenile about sticking something in somebody's ass. You're like, "Ha!"
That's your issue with it is the maturity of it. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's very immature to have anal
You'd
sex.
feel
Unless you're gay,
you're
I mean,
taking
then,
a
you know,
very
you don't really got
a
any
very
other choices.
elitist standpoint on anal sex. It's not that my dick is too short to actually go in her ass from between the cheeks.
I
It's
don't
that
have
it's
the-
too. It's just not mature enough for me. My cock is just fine.
It's too wide, you know.
I just don't think that it's very mature.
It's not long enough and it's too wide.
I can most definitely spread her cheeks, but that's all that gets spread.
It feels like a bottle. It feels like a. It feels like the top of a fucking wine
It's
bottle.
like one of those square 9-volt batteries.
I call it the plug. No, that's stupid. I'm gonna edit
Call
that
your
out.
dick the plug? What?
I'm gonna edit that out.
That is really stupid. No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, I don't edit shit.
No, you are not.
That's why I got this fire background
Tristan.
going on, so I don't have to.
Wait,
edit
what
it.
was
do
that?
you,
What was that podcast that was like, "Oh, we'll fix it in post," and then they just never did?
I don't know.
Podcasts
They'd be like-
since the dawn of
they'd be-
time.
They'll be like, "Oh, we'll fix it in post."
I think the Sumerians weren't editing their
I feel like
podcasts.
that's
Adam and Eve's podcast.
Tristan. Have you done anal
can you
outside the
imagine?
family?
Outside the family, only
You
once.
get a lot of mileage out of that, out of the taboos.
Only
Only
once.
once. With who? What was he like?
Oh my
I-
god,
I-
dude!
You know, I'd rather.
Here's
You're
the,
just.
here's
Did
the
you write
thing.
these down beforehand?
No, I'm fixated.
Here's the thing. If we had
Anally fixated.
aired the podcast episode that I failed to record, we would have had our first episode without a joke about child rape.
It's a
Yeah,
milestone for y'all, ain't it?
That's pretty
we would
crazy.
have, yeah, but
It
he
would've.
didn't record it.
Yeah. So
It was honestly pretty devoid of offensive content.
yeah, no, it was
It was
just
a
kind of
pretty.
us
It was
like
just like a straight up conversation.
yeah. Yep. I think you
It
know what?
wasn't bad.
I like this. We're really teasing to all of our fans. Like
Yeah, you guys really missed out.
if you guys if
You
you
should
guys,
have been there.
if we had a if
you
you
guys
guys were
had just
giving us
showed up.
money, if you guys were giving us money, I probably would have remembered to record sound.
Yeah,
But
but so anal, Tristan, go on.
Yeah. What about it? What was the question?
With whom?
I'm not going to divulge that.
Taylor,
So it's someone I know. Matt.
It is someone you
He
might
didn't have
know.
anal with me.
No,
sure?
it definitely wasn't Matt.
No, it wasn't me.
I'd remember that.
I'm way out of his league.
Clearly.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking idiots.
We'll play hot or cold if you want to keep guessing.
Hot or cold?
How are we gonna know who it
Your
is?
grade.
Even in like 4 different states.
Yeah, that's true.
Your grade.
No.
My
Cold.
grade.
I think so, yeah.
Oh. It was me.
It's like that's what happened right before Steven shipped out.
Yeah.
He wanted a goodbye present, but
Steven,
I wasn't sure about it.
Before you go, I just want you to know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was being
Yes.
Tristan. I don't know what he said to you.
And no one ever will.
Okay. Jesus
The
fuck.
Atari 2600 came out today. Back in
It came out like 30 years
1977.
ago.
Yeah.
Are you just browsing
years
the
ago.
internet and
Holy
reading
shit.
fucking facts?
Yeah.
50 years? 50 fucking years?
Yeah,
Is that right?
time flies, dude. I
that- is
remember
that
when it
math
came
right?
out like it was yesterday.
The lifespan. They made it from 1977 and 1992. Imagine if they made consoles that long.
But then they wouldn't make any money.
It's 15 fucking years.
Well, that's less about them being greedy and more about like it didn't improve that much in that time span.
I don't know how it couldn't. CPU was an 8-bit.
Wait, so when they stopped making it, what year?
1992.
1992. Okay, so when did the NES came out in the 80s?
It had 128 bytes of RAM.
That's like
Not
the header
huge.
file on a modern day hard drive.
Not kilobytes. Not
Right,
megabytes.
just bytes.
Just
Yeah,
bytes.
like the map
Yeah.
for the partitions on modern day hard drives is bigger than that.
I think that's like 7 characters.
You guys remember that cringy fucking dedicated Wham kid from the Minecon video?
The mine? No. What?
Yeah.
Is it
Where's
Minecon?
where's
Is
he
that what
now?
it's called? I don't know.
He's probably dead.
He's probably
So
one of us
speaking
probably works for him now.
Speaking of cringy stuff from back in the day, so Chris Chan, I bet y'all thought he was over now that he's in
I don't
prison.
even know who you're talking about.
Who is in prison?
Chris Chan, the
I don't-
Sonic Chew guy?
Chris Chan. I thought you said Christian. Yes, Chris
No,
Chan,
Chris
the guy that
Chan.
raped his mom.
Guy that
Chris
went
Chan.
Yeah, the guy that went to jail for having
Raping
sex
his
with his
mom, yeah.
mother. Yeah. Well, he's now sending letters from prison to the internet. I thought the saga was
I'm
over.
totally out of the loop on this. What happened?
This is why I hate.
Do you-
And
Oh
why do
my
you
God.
say Chris Chan instead of Chris Chan, like people do to emphasize two separate names?
Chris Chan.
That's not how you say it.
Chris Chan was an internet
It sounds like you're saying
personality.
someone named Christian, but
Huh.
you're having
I'm
a
already on
stroke.
Wikipedia. Let's see if it comes up. Let's see what
I hope we get some bangers like, dude, this shit I found when I started looking up Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age on Wikipedia. And I found that he got in trouble because he got really mad at someone and like called him a faggot. And so then he was, getting shit on for using a homophobic slur. And then on Wikipedia, it quotes an article where it says like, in an attempt to defend, that he wasn't being homophobic, he said he also threatened to fuck the guy in the ass and called him a pussy, which I thought was an excellent defense.
Did we talk about that? Where he's like his kid was saying in court, he's like, I don't feel safe
Yes.
around dad because he fucking like put his hands on his fucking son's.
He just keeps
balls.
grabbing his kid's crotch and go balls over and over.
Yeah, that's all he said. He's like balls.
Yeah. What a great band.
What a great band. Sometimes you just gotta let your favorite artists just touch their
You
kids.
just gotta let him. I don't know.
R. Kelly!
I feel like
R. Kelly got he didn't get sentenced today, but he's guilty of all counts of sex
Saw that.
trafficking. Love it.
Nice.
Good to see.
What's the one with Drake talking to minors?
Oh yeah,
something?
Drake is a groomer He was Millie Bobby Brown. That's old news, but
I know it's old news, but nothing's happened.
well, yeah, because she's 18 now.
Well,
And
she's
also, I don't
18
think
now.
they're talking. I don't think
Is that how that works?
Well, she's
So I
18
just need
now.
to keep her quiet for a couple more years.
a couple more months. Yeah.
That's Romeo and Juliet, right?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah. You know, 32 to 17. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fine.
the
Yeah.
math adds up, dude.
No.
I don't get Drake's
Yeah.
stance, dude.
No.
I really don't understand enjoying Drake that much.
He has some okay songs, but I've
Yeah,
never
no.
heard a Drake song, and I was like, that is masterful music.
He
That's never
called the
happened.
audience member a chicken shit fucking faggot and a 12-year-old dickless fucking turd. The incident drew accusations of homophobia. He eventually responded in a public letter in which he mentions that he was ill during the episode and denied all accusations of homophobia. Attempting
Drake?
to prove his pro-gay stance, Hami points out in his letter that he also called the guy a pussy and threatened to have anal sex with him.
What a defense.
Yeah, I'm not gay. I want to rape that guy.
Yeah. Didn't Mike Tyson say some shit like that? He's like, I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot, or something. Like, it just totally didn't make sense.
Yeah. To be
I'm
fair,
gonna type in-
if I got punched in the head a lot, I'd probably say some shit that doesn't make sense. Even more than I already do.
I'll fuck you in the ass until you love me, faggot, is what it says.
Yeah.
That's the direct quote. What kind of... Alright. I mean, I guess if it was Mike Tyson saying it to me, I'd be pretty intimidated. But if it was anybody else, I would just be more confused, I guess.
Mike Tyson could say anything to me, and I'd be pretty intimidated.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna step out and get some milk." I'd be like, "All right, man. Okay, sure."
Have you seen him on Norm Macdonald's show?
You see him? You see Mike Tyson Mysteries? Where
Yeah, I've seen some
Yeah.
of that too. Where Norm Macdonald is the fucking pigeon. That's some good stuff. Jesus Christ, dude.
R.I.P. Norm.
Yeah, that dude's dead. Trevor Moore. Another one, Sean Locke. I can't stop thinking about my best friends, my 3 best friends that died. That I was close friends with.
Tristan, do you watch British panel comedy shows?
Do you mean like Two Truths and a Lie? And like 9 out of 10
Would I lie
cats
to you?
count
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Would I lie to
Yeah.
you, you mean? Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
An
I
8
love
out of 10
Joe
cats.
loves them.
You just butchered both of those titles.
whatever.
Completely.
But okay, so the thing is, I think it's a great idea. Like in America, we do these shows with just normal fucking people, and like it's a little entertaining, I guess. But you take these just normal game shows and put comedians in them, it's
Yeah,
just
and
fun.
like playing for nothing.
It's
Yeah,
a way
I think
because they're already.
I was talking
What?
to Joe about it, and because Joe was bringing it up, and I was like, "Oh my god, finally somebody else that watches this shit."
Somebody else
on
that's
YouTube
smart
for
enough to
free.
understand
Somebody
British
else,
comedy.
Somebody else that understands the elevated British.
That has
humor.
the humor and intelligence that go hand in hand. Dude, that's one thing I was talking to my mom on the phone, and she
You talk to mom.
she mentioned
All right.
hold on. She mentioned what the fuck? Goddamn, I just totally lost my train of thought. I don't know. We were talking about movies and shit, and then she made a comment about how like one of the reasons Sherlock didn't like the show didn't like do too well after a while is she was like implying that it was a little too like people couldn't keep up with it is why, you know?
Yeah, it's too smart.
Yeah. Which is you know.
Yeah, which
Really
makes
funny
me feel
because-
weird because like whenever I was growing up, my mom's always like, "Oh, you're so smart," and it's like, well,
I think it's funny because Sherlock after like season 3 is a really fucking stupid show.
Doesn't it end
Sherlock
at season
after
3?
season 2 is started.
I thought
getting
there's a season 4, right? When he
Yeah, season
goes to his
4
own
is-
funeral. Yeah,
widely regarded as probably the worst fucking season.
yeah.
of
It's
almost anything.
I remember being like confused somewhere along the way because
that's
I'm
'cause
just
you're
not
dumb.
intelligent enough to
Yeah.
understand the plot.
Well, because they Game
No,
of
like
Thrones
some
did.
shit would happen and I would be like, "What?" Like, how does that make sense?
Wait, they Game of Thrones it. What do you mean?
They where like they twist it to twist it, you know. So like just to say
Yeah.
like, oh, we
Yeah.
gotcha. Like you wouldn't have seen that
Yeah,
shit
but it
coming.
like doesn't make sense with the
Yeah,
previous.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Sure.
this is Moriarty's his sister. I don't remember. It was something weird. He didn't shoot
Yeah.
himself. He shot his sister.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
sister you haven't heard anything about.
Yeah,
Aha, it's me.
it's
Yeah.
me, my sister. That's what he says.
And
He
I'm
says-
smarter
says
than
that.
you, Sherlock, because I'm a woman, and women are smart.
He says it's me.
Dude,
and
women
my
can't be
sister.
smarter than men. Shut up.
Oh,
Shut up. Shut up.
No, I don't think the episode of Sherlock that really lost me was the one where he has to decide to fall backwards onto his wound or whatever, and he goes through like his mind palace.
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah. Like for getting
I was
shot.
just
Yeah.
the whole time I was like, I really do not care.
Like, what if you just did that like before you were in this situation? Then you wouldn't be getting shot, huh?
Like, like the main character just got shot in the back by his sister, and I couldn't give less of a fuck because of how pretentious the episode was.
Somebody showed that to me in high school as like an example of how great the show is.
No, the
Was
first
Mr.
episode-
Robot as terrible as it seems to be to me?
I heard Mr. Robot was
seen,
really
like, some-
good.
I've seen quotes from it that make me really hate it. People would like share quotes from it online and be like, "This is so
It's one of those
deep."
shows. It's one of those
And it
shows.
would just be like, "You were just cogs in a machine, and
it's like Fight Club.
fucking society doesn't care about you." And people who like, when they realize the world doesn't revolve around them, think
Yeah.
they've like cracked some kind of code.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're actually not as important as your mom said you were when you were growing up, which is, they think they've like figured something out. People in the
No
military
shit,
say that shit all the
Sherlock.
time, bro.
I don't wanna-
You think they care about you? You're just a number to them.
I
Like,
don't
you
wanna
literally
defend
have a
it.
serial number. Like, you're a fucking genius, dude. You're a genius.
You know, it's pretty solid. The Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock movies.
Honestly,
They were all right.
honestly,
Like
pretty
the
all
I'd have to
scene
take-
where
I'd
they're
have to
running
take it for another
through
spin, honestly.
the one where
I
they're
don't
running
remember
through
them
the
being
forest. I
super
think it's the
great.
second movie,
This is the second one. The second one's
And, like-
weaker, but
but that one
It's still
scene
fun.
makes the whole movie good.
yeah. it's
Which
still fun.
which scene?
With
So,
it running
there's
in
scene-
slow motion.
yeah. And they're getting
That
shot
doesn't
by.
see. That doesn't make the whole movie good. That's
It
not
does,
how
though.
scenes work.
No, but it's
If
worth
that were the
watching
case, then The
2
Phantom
hours
Menace
of a
would have been a
movie
great
to
movie.
watch that one scene.
Oh, it's because the rest of it's not dog shit. I mean, like, yeah, if the
Yeah.
rest of the movie was complete dog shit, no, that one scene wouldn't have fixed it. But the rest of the movie is like passable, and then there's a pretty cool scene.
Yeah. And also, they do that really interesting, like, I don't even know what to call it, like visual effect technique, whatever, with like
Yeah.
the slow motion. It's not even slow motion; it's something else. I can't explain it. I'm too stupid. But like, if you've seen the movie,
What
you
do
know
you,
what I'm
which
talking about.
for which part?
I don't. It's they do it a lot during that scene when the Germans are like loading the guns and stuff. It's kind of like they're switching playback speeds dynamically through the scene.
Oh, like when they're running through the forest and they're getting shot at, and it
Yeah.
goes to slow motion and then
Yeah.
it goes to regular motion. Yeah, I watched
But they
the-
also do
like,
it when Sherlock's thinking.
You know,
when
Gavin
Robert
worked
Downey's
on that.
I did know that.
Yeah, I think I don't remember what I was watching that explained it, but it was pretty neat, like how they did it. They did it like in 300, where
Yeah.
there's that. They did the same thing in 300, where they just recorded with multiple cameras and then like digitally would zoom and stitch together to switch between the cameras. And then they also like actually recorded a slow motion like bullet hitting. Like I think it's Watson gets skimmed by like a bullet on the
Yeah.
side of his shirt, and they like actually just shot that clothing, and then matched the frame rate with what they like shot him running at the same frame rate and then put it together. It's pretty neat.
To bring it back to the other
It's really
Sherlock, you know that?
creative.
What else is
Did you
Jude
see
Law
the
been in?
wedding scene? Did you see the wedding scene, Matt?
In
Sherlock, the third season,
yeah,
where they do the
yeah,
the
and they
360 camera thing.
yeah, which was
They
like
also
a
use
huge
that in-
setup. Yeah, massive.
Yeah, they
setup
also use it in the
for
Robert
nothing.
Downey Sherlock.
Doesn't
No, well, yeah.
Watson's wife turn out to be some like secret spy or
She's
some
like
shit
an
in the show?
MI5 agent or something.
I remember thinking that was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I think
In what?
it's a little
In the
campy, but I think it's
show.
campy on
Oh, in the
purpose.
show, yeah, the
Yeah.
show. No, the movie's campy. So like anything they do in the movie, it's like, oh, okay, sure, whatever.
Oh,
'Cause
but you're
they
talking
never
about
go.
the BBC show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So I've got this background playing that I'm, recording over, and it's one of those
Mhm.
fireplace things, and one of the logs just moved, so like it's
Oh, it's
yeah,
fully rendered.
yeah. Having a good time right now.
Okay.
So, have you heard of
You guys are in for a
the?
treat, whenever I upload this.
When you
There's a
listen,
new
when you listen
website.
to the log move.
Uh-huh.
There's a new website called thispersondoesnotexist.com.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if
Okay.
you've all heard of it, but it
No.
is a website where an AI will generate you a fake profile picture.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Nice. So you can get your stats on a little easier.
No, it's because
Stop saying
the
that.
easiest
Stop.
way to catch a catfish is to reverse image search something.
Right. So you won't be able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But we're not going to use it for anything nefarious. So let's
Oh,
stop
right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
We.
We won't. Not together.
Steven,
Not as a group.
you remember whenever we did a stand up and we had to, because I'm to distract myself from your statch, I've been clicking random article on Wikipedia.
Stop doing that.
Why? I'm having a good time.
Just be a part of the conversation.
I am.
That's
I
the
used to do
problem
that
with
back
your
in the
fucking
like.
generation. When I was your age, I didn't have
You-
fucking
you haven't
computers and
been my
Wikipedia and iPhones and all that. And, we just had to actually go outside and talk to people. That's what I'm trying to do right now. And you're sitting here reading Wikipedia articles
Have y'all
on
played
your
the YouTube game recently?
iTablet.
There's a YouTube game.
It's a game I've made up. So no, but yes.
Have you guys played this game I came up with in my head?
I came
What if
up
we
with by
said yes?
myself to cure my crippling loneliness.
I usually win.
So the game is you go to a really popular YouTube video
Right.
and you scroll down to the comments
Uh-huh.
and then you try to find a channel that has videos and you go to the comments on that one and go to their videos and you just keep going until you find the most ridiculous, heinous videos.
Oh, speaking of ridiculous, heinous videos, Revelation13.net,
Oh,
the psychic
classics.
guy. That guy's fantastic.
What
I
a-
would love to have. Dude,
what a
we should
baller.
email him. He has his email. We should email him and have him on.
Okay, I am unaware of what this is. Can I get a?
Did you ever
Fill
see
in.
the video? A long time ago, we were looking at this shit where it's the dude who changes the shape of clouds using psychokinesis.
Oh, dude, I love that video.
Yeah.
Squishy.
So he's still going hard, bro. He's still
Oh,
making videos. His
on that grind,
website,
huh?
so revelation13.net, bro. And if you read it, when you look at his website, there's like like a Wikipedia article where there's like blue highlighted words, and those lead to other parts of his website. Like it's clearly like years and years of writing. It's a shitload of content on his
So
website.
this might
Is
be
he
a
still
dumb
Is he
question.
still updating it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got new stuff. He amazingly with all the
Do you
conspiracy.
keep up with him?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let me pull it
All right.
up.
So
Because he
this might be a dumb
amazingly
question.
what?
But what is Revelations 13? Like the Bible.
I think he's
verse.
talking
I'm
about the end of the world, isn't
I've
it?
got my fucking Wikipedia up that you were bitching about, so I'll be able to find out pretty fucking quick.
Well, so he basically he was talking about how like Putin is the Antichrist, and
Yeah.
he's made so he does these. What does he call them? I'm looking at his website right now.
Then I stood
does
on
these-
the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yeah.
and
So
on
it's
his horns
about
10
the
crowns.
end of the world. So he he. So first of all, he believes
the
he can change the
Antichrist.
shape of clouds with psychokinesis. And then he does these things where he basically like puts all the letters from the Bible into a grid, and then he basically does his own word search in it, which of course if you did that with any text you could find basically anything you wanted if it was long enough. But then he uses that to say that like it's it's proof. He has art on his website. This one is titled "The New Jerusalem City is towed to Earth by 3 giant UFOs." Years 2021 to 2025 could see the end times events with the rise and defeat of the Antichrist. Does Putin the Antichrist 666 have power over the sun? Yeah, good stuff, man.
That's
And then
awesome.
he, so again, with all his like conspiracy theories that he believes, he doesn't think coronavirus is a scam. He thinks it's one of the horsemen, or that it may be, and he
Pestilence?
recommends that people get vaccinated.
My crazy ass cousins told me that
Wow.
Obama getting elected was one of the horsemen. So I don't know how much. Yeah.
Obama getting elected would be one of the
This is at the
signs.
top
It
of
wouldn't be one of
his
the horsemen.
page.
Oh yeah, no, they thought he was the Antichrist,
That was a
Well,
thing
yeah.
the
going
false
around.
prophet.
That was a thing
Yeah.
going around. Yeah. A
And I was
fucking-
like, maybe I shouldn't come to Thanksgiving anymore.
a community organizer from Chicago. Yeah.
Please
so
get
it's
the
like a big
COVID
thing.
vaccine. I got the vaccine and had no problems. With COVID variants such as Delta variant, COVID is mutating into the four horsemen death. See this video. The vaccine stops
Death,
COVID.
not pestilence?
I guess. So we are seeing a positive force in this country with the election victory of President Biden. Congratulations, President Biden, and best wishes in 2021. With how insane this dude was, because I hadn't looked at his website in a few years.
He's taking
and then
his
I
meds.
remembered him recently after the election, and I was like, oh, he's going to be, he's going to be
Yeah,
way off the
So I
other
came
end.
to after the election. And I was like, you remember that video we
Yeah.
saw 10 years ago?
Basically, dude. If the U.S. had been turned into a dictatorship on January 6th, then this could have. Oh, he did his own poem. Remember the 5th of November?
Yeah.
He did his own
Guy
poem
Fawkes?
about January 6th.
Yeah. Really?
He's
you have
great, dude. I love this dude. I'll see if I can find it. My poem, here it is. A poem on the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot. Since the Capitol riot was similar to the November 5th, 1605 gunpowder plot in London, England, there's an attempt to blow up Parliament and the King. I borrowed from a poem about it. The 6th of January, a day of anarchy, mob violence, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why capital treason should ever be forgot. It's not bad.
You know what?
Rhyming January and anarchy together is a little bit of a stretch.
Little
The
stat
mob
rhyme.
planned murder and violence against the Senate, House, and Mike Pence. I'm really working to make the rhyme work. To stop the electoral voting and have a dictatorship commence. But Vice President Pence surprised them and voted in President Biden. And thanks to Vice President Pence, the Constitution survived them.
Yeah, did you know the vice president votes in the next president? That's crazy.
The murderous mob did contrive to murder Democrats and leave few alive, but the nation survived. This guy.
Well, does he still think he can control clouds?
Yeah, no, yeah. The
Oh,
top of the page. Revelation13.net. Astrology, prophecies, and predictions of the future for 2021 and 2022 to 2025. Nostradamus, the Book of Revelation and Bible Prophecy, the King James Version English Bible Code, New Age Geography, Psychokinesis, Mind Control of Clouds and Wind.
Wait, hold up. What is New Age geography?
That's a good question. Let me find out.
I assume
Let me
it's
check.
been pretty much the same for a while now.
He has an appendix here at the bottom, and there is so many different links, bro. Oh my god, this is fantastic. Here we go. So, HIV was discovered in 1983, so we will associate AIDS with the number 83. The galaxy M83 is in the constellation Hydra, which was a multi-headed serpent in mythology that kept growing a new head each time a head was cut off. This sounds like AIDS, which keeps mutating to allow it to get around any treatment or vaccine. The Hydra was defeated by Hercules by his nephew Iolaus, I don't know how to pronounce that, burning each of the mortal heads as Hercules cut them off and burying the immortal head under a stone. I wonder if this mythological story could somehow be a clue on how to treat AIDS. Note that the AIDS virus has 9,213, which equals 111 times 83 bits of genetic information, so again we see the number 83 again. Ebola, a lethal disease of Africa that kills in 2 weeks of infection, had its virus discovered in 1976. So we associated with M76. We're near the constellation Andromeda. Remember the movie Andromeda Strain about a lethal disease that threatened humanity? That could be Ebola if it mutates to an airborne form. Influenza was discovered in 1933. Galaxy M33s and constellation Triangulum. This may imply that we should look for a triangle. The numbers 33, 76, and 83 do form a right triangle with an angle of 66 degrees.
Do you think he
Boom.
knows Andromeda Strain was a book too?
Wait,
Boom.
a right triangle with an angle of 66 degrees?
With one of the other angles is 66 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah. How?
How?
I dare you to argue with that. That's proof.
Draw
could
me
totally
a,
have a-
draw me a right triangle.
He did.
It'd be 90, 63, and then 27, wouldn't it?
I guess.
Yeah, that's not impossible, guys. It's just geometry.
Yeah. No, but well, what's crazy is that the numbers of the years that these viruses were discovered. If you make those the lengths of the triangle, it forms a right triangle.
Oh, but he left one of them out. So if one of
No.
them's 90, then you could always form it if it's less than 90. That's just math.
No, if you do it for the length, the numbers 33, 76, and 83 form a right triangle. Like if those are the lengths,
Oh.
it has to be a right triangle.
Oh, so he's right. You're right. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. I'm saying it's a fact. There's no way. And 66 degrees is basically 666.
I do love when conspiracy
In fact,
theorists
Ebola virus
use-
frequently twists itself into a shape that looks like a 6. He just has he's so down the rabbit hole that it's
What
it's
are the numbers?
fantastic.
36?
It's 33, 83, and 76.
No, I do love when they use like this word sounds like this, or this word has this
Oh
many
yeah,
numbers in it.
that's like all
Like-
his website, dude. It's fantastic. But he has so much of it. I mean, he has pages and pages and pages and pages.
33.
It's fantastic.
What?
83 and 76. Are you trying to do the math?
Hmm.
Oh, I gotta double check this guy. If
Yeah,
he's
he's-
right, then
Autism
we've
in
discovered
children.
something.
That's one of the
He's wrong,
links here.
actually.
Let's take a look at autism in children.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
His math was wrong.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What's up?
His math is wrong.
What were the dimensions? What are the ones that you have?
33 plus 76.
What?
33 squared plus 76 squared. It's supposed to equal
Equals?
83 squared, right? Yeah.
Right.
Well, it doesn't.
What does it equal?
If you divide, because I couldn't find my square button. So what I did was I took those numbers, added them together. You get 6,865. You divide that by 83, and you get 82.71.
It's close
So
enough.
it's close. It's close.
enough.
Hmm.
I mean, if the fate of the world hangs in the balance, it's
He's
definitely
making a
close
lot
enough.
of sense to me, so I don't know if I'm gonna listen to facts here.
It's close enough to where like you'd believe him, right? but but
Yeah, I
he's wrong.
guess.
Did you ever watch the Down the Rabbit Hole by? I don't know if you've seen that YouTube series about Time Cube.
No.
I feel like that'll hurt my head.
No, it's just some schizophrenic guy.
Yeah, it's kind of
Who
what it
c-
sounded
who-
like.
Yeah, and they come up with this conspiracy theory that revolves around them, right?
Of course.
And it's a really bizarre mixture between like Catholicism and upper level physics, and none of it makes any sense.
Oh, the triangle it's a 90.274 degrees is one of the angles, so that's where he rounded. Damn close there, buddy.
Not a 90 degree.
What we in the business like to call close enough.
Oh, here we go. Also, SARS began in whatever fucking province, China, which is at geographic coordinates of 23 degrees north, 112 to 115 east. Corresponding to 23 north would be Bible Psalm 23, King James Version. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Like this dude's killing it. Here's
I
his
bet if you
yeah,
give
a
me
general
any random
pattern.
number, I could find something.
Ebola 76 virus discovered in 1976. Revelation 17:6 the bloodthirsty woman. Ebola makes people bleed to death. Also in 1976, Chairman Mao dies in Red China. He was noted for being bloodthirsty, like this disease.
I mean, Matt, it's like the Wikipedia game, right? Like you're trying to get from
Yeah.
one topic to the other. You can get from anywhere to anywhere just by clicking or
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
any random association.
Yeah,
Like I
Vsauce has
bet
a neat video about stuff like this.
if we put in a
AIDS.
good 2 hours of effort, we could make a conspiracy theory that 10% of people would believe.
We should do that.
This is a good one, bro. AIDS is 83 because the virus is discovered in 83. Revelations 18:3, the corrupt woman Babylon, Babylon being Iraq today. Also in 1983, radicalism in the Arab world is increasing after the assassination of Anwar Sadat in 1981. Osama was in Afghanistan in 1983. Those are just two things that aren't specific to that year. Those also apply to the neighboring years.
Like I
Square
bet we
root of
could
83. Square root of 83 is 9.11, as in 9/11.
I bet we could convince
I'll give
people
him
that
that. Yeah.
the moon does
Nine.
Hold on.
rotate.
Let me do the math there. What is it?
I don't believe in the
83?
moon. I think it's just the back of the sun.
Square root of 83 is it's 9.11. Checks out.
Yep. BSE, mad cow disease, 86, discovered in 1986. It says Revelations 18:6, the woman, and it doesn't explain anything else. Tuberculosis, Revelations 18:2, unclean city Babylon. Babylon was ancient Iraq.
What about the Black Death? like,
Like,
Oh,
what
I
is he
feel like
saying
that
about
was a
it?
little bit more
I'm sure it's in there.
catastrophic than pretty much anything else.
Did you know there's a conspiracy theory that people think the Middle Ages never happened?
The Middle Ages? So we
Yep.
just jumped to the end ages?
Yeah. No, they think
We're in-
that
We're in the
when they
ages.
switched over to the Gregorian calendar, they added 400 years.
Uh-huh.
That's what they think. Yeah.
They just invented 400 years worth of history and
Yeah.
distributed it
No.
around.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that
Wait,
That
when did
checks
the
out.
Gregorian calendar come out? Not the Middle Ages, right? Or am I wrong?
After the Middle Ages, or maybe before. I don't know. It's called the phantom time hypothesis.
I like that they say hypothesis.
Hypothesizes. Let's see.
Not a
Uh,
theory. Oh shit, yeah. October 1582.
Yeah, they think between 614 and 911 AD didn't exist, and they were added because for some reason I don't really know.
One reason why a Southern California large earthquake has not occurred is because there may be an alien UFO base off the coast of LA, and the aliens may be preventing a Southern California San Andreas fault quake which could damage their underwater base. They may be slowly releasing the Earth stress to prevent a quake there. A lot of UFOs have been seen entering and leaving the deep water off the coast of LA, so it's very likely they have an underwater base there. Therefore, it is unlikely there will be a major Southern California quake in future years. Controlling
Well,
earthquakes is easy for these aliens.
So I think we could convince people that the moon does rotate because it doesn't. I hope everyone knows that the moon does not, or it does rotate, but
does.
it's in sync with the
Right.
Earth's rotation.
Yeah,
Whatever.
so it
We convince
rotates.
people that it does rotate. Like we could see the far side of the moon,
Right.
but we don't because they're trying to cover up an alien city
When
there.
I was
Oh, there's.
I had sex with
I'm gonna type
somebody,
in dark side of the moon aliens.
and then while we were sitting there watching The Office, she's like, "You know the moon's a hologram, right?"
No, I do not believe you. I'm
No.
sorry. I don't
Yeah.
believe you.
No, she did that.
Yeah, did you keep talking to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Well, like I tried to have a conversation with her about it. I was like, the moon's a hologram. She's like, yeah, absolutely. Like they put it, the governments have put it up there. It's like, well, what about like like reports from before holograms? Like no, because it's like a projection, not like a hologram. I was like, do you know what a hologram is?
Well, the best question for conspiracy theories is why.
Yeah.
Why would someone put that much effort into making the moon a hologram?
Yeah, it's almost more effort, like for the flat Earth thing. Like you still have to send rockets. Like there's a great Mitchell and Webb sketch about that. Where they're
Well,
going
that's a
through
quote.
the logistics of faking the moon landing, and they're
Yeah.
like, "We'll just go record it there. It'll be it'll be easier."
Well, the moon landing, I saw this somewhere, would have been harder to fake than actually go there with 60s technology.
Yeah. I mean, the moon landing was absolutely an achievement, but it was also like, you know, because of the fact that the moon is, I think it's what is that, tidal lock?
Tidally
No.
locked. Yeah.
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 That's why it
That makes
appears
it-
to not rotate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that also made it a little bit easier to like land on it.
Does
I don't
it?
think that's true.
I'm not saying it made it like the easiest shit on earth. I'm just saying, well,
I just don't think that's true at all.
Well, I mean, it's
yeah, no, it made it easier to land on it because it's like not moving. It's like just staying in one place the whole time.
it was just sitting there. They just
Yeah.
had to walk out.
And it's a hologram. They could just put it wherever the fuck they wanted, so it doesn't.
Yeah, they could have put it closer. Honestly,
They
it
were
would have
like,
been a lot
yeah,
fucking easier.
like Buzz Aldrin's like, hey, I don't think I'm gonna hit this. Like, oh no, no sweat, man. They just moved the moon.
I think it's funny that the moon landing never would have happened if it wasn't like a dick measuring contest with the Soviet
Yeah.
Union.
I mean, that's how a lot of things happened. Was
I'm
was
okay
dick
with
measuring
that.
with the Soviet Union.
I'm all right with that.
You could trace back most things that the government that
All
like,
of
military tech-
history is a dick measuring contest. You're right.
Well, no, not even history, but like, I mean, a lot of history is. I don't want to say that, but like, current military tech is literally a result of dick measuring with the Soviet Union and then just like perpetuating that.
Alien city discovered on dark side of the moon. Shot clean.
Nice.
Let's take a look at this.
Nice.
Called it. Called it. I think it's funny because I watched that Flat Earth documentary on Netflix, and it's crazy how much like scientific literacy these people have to like form experiments, and then just ignore all the evidence.
And then just disregard the results.
Like they make really good experiments that then prove the Earth is round. So they're like, huh, must have been wrong.
Yeah, fucked it up.
That must not be right.
Makes you wonder how many people have like done that in subtle ways that have just like gone on for a while.
No, it's a big problem in science. There's like
yeah.
I can't remember the statistic, but there are a ton of papers coming out every day, and most major journals have like 20 peer reviewers. So
Oh,
there's
the guy making statistics is like, yeah, everybody's wrong.
so
I did
yeah, it's
science.
a big problem.
I
in
did their
nowadays.
science and found out they were all wrong.
Have you read? I watched a video by Sean, the YouTuber that I'm a big fan of, and he did a video about the book, The Bell Curve, which I'm gonna order. Actually, I need to order that.
The bell curve. You're
Yeah.
gonna order
Is
the
it
bell
about? Is it
Huh?
about how all random phenomena will form
curve.
a bell curve?
No. Why?
No,
Why are you ordering the bell curve after watching the Sean video on the bell curve?
because I mean, okay, to clarify,
I don't know what
it's
the
a
book is.
it's a misleading and misrepresentation
curve,
of statistics, and like basically is racism disguised as
Oh,
facts and logic.
so it's not
Um,
upfront about being misleading.
No.
It's basically like we're all.
It appears to take a very scientific
Yeah.
approach.
It's where all
Um,
shitty information about IQ testing comes from, basically.
Yeah. So there's
Oh.
a great part. For example, like one of the he looked into one of the guys who contributed to the book, who's like specially thanked in the book for his contributions. He had his own study where he was talking about like the IQs of African Americans compared to white people, and then like one of the studies literally they were like, yeah, so we tested black people in the U.S. and they scored lower, which of course makes sense because the socioeconomic differences, and they've been oppressed, and so they don't have the same quality of education and all that. So we should account for this somehow, right? So we'll go to Africa and test them there, so we can eliminate, the I guess the variation that's caused by the American society and the laws that we had and the oppression of black people. So they went to South Africa in 1991.
Oh yeah, well, there's never been any racism in South Africa.
In 1991. Right. And yeah, there's some really good stuff there. There's another one where like the dude quoted, so he one of the guys who contributed to the bell curve in his own study, he had a list basically of IQs from different studies from different African countries, and found like, and they were all ridiculous. It was like Nigeria was, or I think it was Niger, was like 80, 88 or 86, and like one of them was like 75 or whatever. Like they were all, clearly showing that black people are just stupider than we are. And but then when you look into like the one of the studies, for example, the Niger one that said 86, Sean then like pulls up that study and reads through it, and it says like the dude literally went to Niger and went to this one factory and gave a bunch of the factory workers there a test, and then gave them the same test 6 months later. And first of all, did not get an IQ score from it. He just gave them like similar tests. He also showed that the language barrier was a huge problem, and that not only was there a language barrier, but that the tests referred to a lot of things in Western society that they just didn't have, like a lot of appliances that are in the household and shit that they didn't have there. So not only was like there was just a translation issue, but there was like a
Cultural.
just an issue of understanding what the fuck it was talking about, even when they did know what the words meant. And
Well, to give you any semblance of hope. Oh wait, does the story continue?
oh yeah, it continues.
Oh,
So this study says basically the guy was like, this method of testing doesn't work. He's like, that's what I found out in my test. He's like, I didn't get any real results. This shouldn't be used to judge their intelligence relative to white people at all. This is just basically a mess. And so then Sean cuts back to the guy where he quoted Niger as having the IQ is 86. And he goes, so where did that number come from, do you think? And we go back and look at the tests, and there were 86 people that were tested. That's where that came from.
jeez.
So, yeah.
So to give you a little hope, there is a new field of science. It's not, but it's called like I don't even know, like experiment design essentially. And the whole goal is to get rid of this horrible biasing you can do with your experiment structure. It's still going to happen, but especially people who are
I strongly
the real problem
recommend
is
that video.
I think one thing that's always going to be present is that even if I do come out with something that's like patently bullshit, like not even trying to hide it type bullshit, like it still requires somebody to call you on it and for that to matter.
Well, people only read headlines, right?
Yeah.
So you get your one statistic, put it in a headline, people are like,
and
oh,
you're done. Somebody can come back like 3 months later and be like, actually, this is like this guy's saying that anybody that is left-handed is like legally retarded. But that's we got tests. It's not true. It's like, well, too late.
half the country already believes it.
Yep.
Too late.
Too late.
Yep.
That's a really edgy take.
Huh? Yeah, was that edgy? Was it?
Yeah, it was really edgy. People are stupid. No one's ever said that.
No, it's not that. It's
No, I do see what you're saying. Where like
the
it is
work.
a huge pain in the ass to like disprove
I'm not
something
saying
rather than.
I'm
it's
saying
a lot easier to just
overall
make
it's
a
a
claim.
good thing. I'm saying overall there's going to be progress, but like you're still the one thing that I don't think it's fully addressing is like that type of which it's not trying to do. It's trying to take care of stuff in like the scientific community and make sure that the information's accurate for their own work in progress, which I think is good. But
I think we're all guilty of looking at a headline and being like, "Oh, that's interesting," and then just moving on. But
No,
now that
not me,
information's in your
No.
brain. Oh, you always
Yeah, I
research
never
everything
do
you
that.
read.
I haven't
Yeah.
fallen for
I'm
headlines.
completely unbiased.
I
I'm the
haven't
perfect
fallen
human.
for headlines probably ever.
I have zero bias.
Yeah.
I'm just stupid, so.
Yeah, that's why we have you here, because we need somebody that has like a more like common person view.
A common
We
IQ,
need
yeah.
someone who
Of
can
87.
who can basically put things, who can dumb things down for the listeners. Because Matt and I are talking at such a higher level.
We need
you to like translate into
we need you to ground us.
common speak.
Yeah.
I can do that, yeah.
There's two brothers on this podcast, which multiply that by 100 means that the IQ of this podcast is somewhere around 200.
Yeah.
It's a good statistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Which is factually more than Africans who were tested in a language they
We-
barely speak.
We have more than double the IQ of the entirety of Niger.
Yeah, that was the cumulative IQ was 86. It wasn't the average. Oh, that's a great video though. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes though. It's so
Isn't IQ like a failed metric, anyways?
yeah. So
Yeah, generally.
he talks a little more about that too. Basically, it's a 2 hour and 40 minute video to say that to specify that the bell curve misrepresents a lot of things, and then as far as IQ goes, to say it's complicated, which is really the only right answer to a lot of things.
Yeah.
I've been reading this book called Naked Economics that's pretty good. And it's basically just like explaining economics in
And you have to read
you
it
know,
nude.
simple terms. Yeah, you can't be. I'm naked right now, so that's fine. But it's like, yeah, there's a lot of things where he'll explain one aspect of something and you'd be like, oh, that kind of makes sense. And he'll have like a whole chapter explaining this, and you're like, oh, I kind of get that. And then he'll have another chapter explaining why that whole first chapter isn't like it doesn't work half the time. Like that's like here's the way things should be done. And you're like, oh, that makes sense. And he goes, actually, that's not true either. Here's the counter to that. Here's why there's actually 700 different things to consider. Like the only right answer to a lot of that shit is it's complicated.
Yeah.
Which is what I'll say if anyone asks me if I'm racist.
Well, there's
It's
actually,
complicated.
you shouldn't be racist, right?
If you
Well,
think
you're
about
wrong.
it, there's actually a lot of factors to consider here, which is, just a long way of saying yes. But for the record, no, I'm
Matt,
not
are you-
racist.
Are you a misogynist? Well, there's a lot to consider. Okay. Like, you want to say to yourself, like, yeah, I respect women and that they deserve to be on equal footing as men, and that we need to be doing everything that we can to ensure that they're getting the same quality of life, not just in terms of, like, longevity and healthcare, but in terms of overall enjoyment. But you'd be wrong.
Right. Yeah, women
This
are
is why.
dumb.
This is why we can't do that.
Women fucking suck.
And that's why your book sucks, even though I didn't read it.
Yeah. You know who does represent the like the woman that people think of when they think like
When they think
guys who like hate women,
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
think that like there's the push for like more women representation in like media and shit, and like female like Charlize Theron being fucking Furiosa, which is actually a good example of that, rather
Yeah,
than
she's awesome.
a really in your face like it's a like Captain Marvel, which was just really just fucking like
Did you even see it?
you're a woman. Yeah.
I didn't. So I was
There's a lot of
just gonna
scenes.
be a
It wasn't a terrible movie, and I'm not like furious with it, but it did kind of like degrade the plot a little bit when like she's a woman, so she's struggling, and have had there's sexism and stuff with some of the shit that she deals with, and
a little heavy-handed.
but it's so not subtle. It's like it's stupid. It's just like you're a woman. It does like a flashback of like all these different times where she was picked on for being a woman, and it's just like
Girl.
it's shit like that. It's like a Disney bully,
Yeah.
Like when Disney wants to like make a bully look bad, he's like, "What are you, gay? What are you? Are you a gay person?"
Go.
Because they won't say like
Go write
anything
in your
worse than that in
diary.
Disney. Yeah, shit like
Go
that.
go
It was
listen
just
to what year was it? It was like the 90s, right?
I don't remember.
What's a chick band to listen to in like the 80s?
I don't know.
Literally
But
any of them.
what the fuck was I saying even?
I don't remember.
Oh, a good example of someone like that was Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, I know. Really.
She's like really cringy.
The Charlotte, and what's funny is I had a crush on her.
Oh, she's fucking fantastic.
Gorgeous. Zach and Mary make a porno. I watch
Oh,
that movie
God.
probably once every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. But yeah, no, her, like her saying that Steven Spielberg like never had a female lead and stuff.
That's not true. Schindler's List.
Well, she's not exactly a lead,
See, if you just reference a Holocaust movie, that's comedy.
but it was the color purple. Oh, it's the one that.
Warhorse.
Is the Warhorse? Is it a female
Is
horse?
a warhorse a woman?
Is Warhorse the strong female lead America has been missing?
I saw that movie and I thought it was kind of lame, actually.
Is Warhorse a woman? Is what I've looked up. Dude, Steven Spielberg is all over the place. Like he's made some of the greatest movies of all time, and then he's
pretty shitty
just made some really really bad
Dude,
movies.
the Transformers is like all him. Like Michael Bay wanted to stop making them. Spielberg was like, "Nope, you're not doing that. You're giving
Spielberg
me
just
7
wants to
more
make
Transformers."
money at this point.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
he
remember
just
when he was
really
like-
likes to make movies.
No, remember when he was like, Star Wars is a trilogy. I wrote it as a trilogy. It's always supposed to be a trilogy.
That's George
Who
Lucas.
the fuck are you talking about?
Oh,
That
yeah.
is George.
You're right.
Oh my god,
You're
that's
right.
a really
They both
hot
make-
take there.
They're like the
Yeah,
same person.
Steven Spielberg is just using Star Wars to make more money.
You know the guy
He's
that
just
made
being greedy.
Schindler's List and Star Wars? Pretty basic guy.
Yeah. They're in the same universe.
Is that canon?
Yeah, after that, he wouldn't join the Jedi Order.
I remember
You're
in
watching-
Warhorse.
You're on a first date with someone watching Star Wars. You know Holocaust is canon in this universe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn, that's what he changed his name to.
What?
He used to be Oscar Schindler.
Sorry guys, I hate to break it to you, but Warhorse is not a woman.
Fuck.
Like
And
the horse.
I'm so sorry. I want to apologize personally to the women of America.
I don't
And
think
nowhere else. Only American women, by the way. Get
Yeah.
my apology.
I don't think there's an American in this movie.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We really picked the wrong one.
I don't know what to say.
This is the wrong hill to die on. We've chosen the the worst battle possible.
Oh,
Let me
we could remake it.
directed by Steven Spielberg.
We could remake it with a strong female lead, and then we could call it War Whores.
Oh, Abraham Lincoln. That's a
Abraham Lincoln.
strong
That was the horse.
female lead.
Oh,
The strong female lead is John Wilkes Booth.
Captain Marvel.
All right, hold on. Jaws. Strong
Captain
female
Marvel
lead.
was in.
No.
She was.
The
What's
shark.
the shark's not a woman.
The shark's a woman. Dude, aren't the bigger sharks are female sharks?
Are they?
In
Yeah.
most species, the bigger is the female.
In great white sharks, sexual dimorphism is present. Females are generally larger than males.
Boom! Strong
Great
female
whites,
lead.
on average, measure 3.4 to 4.0 meters, while females are 4.6 to 4.9. Damn, so it probably was a bitch.
I think that's the technical term because they have
Probably
pups.
was a big old bitch.
A
That's what
baby
they should have
shark-
called it.
A baby shark is called a pup, so yeah, it'd be.
They
it'd
could
be
have
a
called
bitch.
it Bob. Big old bitch. We had there's a dude in my old unit from Rwanda.
That was so fucking lame.
Yeah, that was really dumb. There's a dude in my old unit from Rwanda who he's like really polite and stuff. I gotta get him in here. He's really cool, but he's
Well,
also
just
like
like
really
you.
polite.
Sorry.
I'll give him some credit. He was probably low 90s. He was probably leading the African race. No, that's terrible. But
We should get him and the Clued guy in here at the same time.
oh, dude, so his email is on there, and we could email this guy.
Oh my god,
So-
he directed Minority Report.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
War of the
Did you
Worlds.
see that?
Adventures of Tintin. Bridge of Spies. BFG. Oh, he directed Ready Player One? Ew.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's all over the place.
Ew.
Email T Chase at T Chase.
It got nominated for something.
I don't know if I should be like plugging his email. I would almost feel bad.
Oh, yeah, for all the people that's gonna fucking.
Well, I've said his website. I've advertised his website. If you want his website, if you want his email, it's on the website. It's public. But yeah, we should email him and have him on. I love talking to people that have wildly different perspectives than me.
I hope he doesn't listen to this episode first.
Well, he's got to
I
do
mean,
his research, right?
I mean, I haven't
He's
talked
probably gonna- he's
shit
gonna-
about him.
He's gonna show us.
I guess I've sort of mocked him.
He's gonna show us how your fucking schnoz makes a perfect right triangle. And the millimeters are the same distances that he added up with the galaxies or whatever the fuck. It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited.
One more anti-Semitic comment out of you, and it's over.
Wouldn't that make me Semitic? if you're
What, 'cause you're-
Semitic.
The fuck did you just call me? Oh fuck! What was I gonna say though? Before I thought of his email.
Oh, we're gonna
Fuck, dude.
email.
Goddamn. Yeah, dude, I'd love to have him on. Oh yeah, what I was talking about my buddy from Rwanda, and so yeah, in conversation, you know, sometimes like dudes will be telling a story and be like, yeah, so this bitch comes up to me and she's like, what are you doing here, whatever, and he'll interrupt the story and be like, why do you call her a bitch? Is she not a nice woman? And just make you feel like shit for using the term bitch to refer to a woman. He's a pretty good guy.
My cat won't stop licking me.
Okay, I think we can end it there.
Yeah, sometimes you lick the pussy. Sometimes
Like it's unbelievable.
Yeah, you could
It's just
definitely end
not
it before
like-
that.
licks you. Oh, I paused the I paused the fire, which does not stop the recording.